Hi, from 5 Chemistry, Chapter 2, Book 1. This is your notes, page number 7. Okay, and from now, we're going to start our long journey, the 6 homologous series in our syllabus. And we start from Alkane. 我们从 Alkane 开始. So again, I have to remind you, I rearrange the syllabus. 我重新排过 to make you simple and easier, faster. So follow me. Alkane now. Like Alkane actually is about hydrocarbons. Alkane 这种有机化物，这一组的有机化物就是 hydrocarbon. Still remember 什么叫 hydrocarbon? It just made up of hydrogen and carbon only. And alkane actually is a type of saturated hydrocarbon. Highlight saturated hydrocarbon. 饱和的 hydrocarbon.Why saturated? You cannot add any hydrogen atom into the molecule. 不能加 hydrogen atom into the molecule. Why? Simple. Because each carbon atom in the alkane molecule has 4 single covalent bonds. 对不对？它们share 一粒 electron, share electron. You have to understand in the last video 啦。So why saturated? Because carbon atom in the alkane molecule has 4 single covalent bonds.That bond it together with the hydrogen atom and another carbon atoms. 它们已经有饱和的 4 single covalent bonds, so that's why they are saturated. Next, and for all the alkane molecules, they can be represented by a general formula. 全部 alkane 的家族的每一个成员呢 they can be represented by a general formula. 它们都有它们家族自己的 formula.Okay, but how is a formula? We write it again. And this formula, general formula, actually is important. It can be 2 marks in your exams. So alkane, saturated hydrocarbon. All of the alkane can be represented by a general formula. And the general formula will be CnH2n plus 2. CnH2n plus 2. Where the N actually is the number of carbon atom. N 就是碳的 atom 的 number 来的。Okay, the number of carbon atoms, and the number actually start from 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on until infinity 啦，就是从一粒碳开始，2粒碳、3粒碳，直到永远都可以，直到 infinity. So this is the general formula of the alkane, CnH2n plus 2, and the N start from 1, N 就是碳的数量。Start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on until infinity. So 1 mark for this, another mark for n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So sometimes it can be 2 mark in your exam. 这就是 alkane 这个家族的 general formula. Okay? So how you know the chemical substance or the organic compound is alkane or not alkane? Look at the molecular formula. 你看它的 molecular formula.If the molecular formula can be represented by this general formula of the alkane homologous series, 它就是了嘛。So, if the alkane molecule having 1 carbon atom, so C1H2n plus 2, 对不对？ So CH4, 对不对？ 2乘1等于2加2等于4啦。So, the simplest alkane molecule, 最简单最小的 alkane molecule, 它的名字，它的 molecular formula will be CH4. 一粒碳4粒的 hydrogen. Okay? If the N equal to 2, so if the number of carbon atom equal to 2, so the second member in the alkane homologous series, 他们的家庭成员的第二个成员呢 C2H6, 对不对？ C2H6. 你从它的 general formula, 从它的 molecular formula 一眼看去你就知道它是哪一个家族了，明白吗？就能认出来了。For example, in Malaysia, all the Malaysian having our IC number, from the IC number 0702, 你也知道它是哪一个州嘛？那后面的单数还是双数你也知道它是打包杂包嘛，对不对？ So general formula 就能让你辨认出它的家族来的。Okay, you continue, 你自己填。A lot of students say chapter 2 very difficult, but for me, when I'm teaching chapter 2, I feel very relaxed. You know why? 因为你自己填的东西很多，你一直在算，一直在填，对不对？那我一直在这边做，等着你啦。I guide you only, so you do it your own. 你自己慢慢填。Okay, you pause, 然后你自己填。填到完慢慢来，亲手填， 这一课就是要靠你这样子慢慢自己做 I guide you only. Okay, so the third member in the Alkane homologous series, C3 has 8, C4 has 10. 为什么我不用看？我习惯了。C5 has 10G. I talk in Hokkien. C6 has 10C. C7 has 10 C8 has 10. Okay, C9. Okay, maybe I block you. C9 has 20 C10 has 22. Okay, so all these they are the member in the Alkane homologous series. 这些都是 Alkane 家族里面的成员 with their general formula and molecular formula. So how you know they are Alkane? Look at the molecular formula. If the molecular formula having this general pattern, 它就是 Alkane 的家族成员，明白吗？所以看到人家的 IC 就知道它是属于是哪一个家族了。Next, second title. All these they are basic, they are the basic for others homologous series, but don't follow your textbook. Nomenclature of the alkanes or the naming of alkane. So 看到人家的 molecular formula, 知道它的家族 ，but how to call them? 怎样称呼呢？这个家庭的成员怎样去称呼呢？是不是啊？所以看到 IC 知道它是哪个家族，知道家族请称呼一下，礼貌嘛。Kami 也是有礼貌的嘛。So nomenclature of the alkanes 称呼 to make the naming of the alkane easier. The name of the straight chain alkane highlight. OK， 要称呼的很容易，对不对？ So the name of the straight chain alkane can be divided into two parts. So what's mean by straight chain alkane? 简单的 alkane 啊，后面还会变成更复杂 ，but temporary straight chain 直一条链的 alkane， 简单的 alkane， 如果你要称呼它的名字 ，so we can separate the name into two parts， 把它们的名字呢分成两个 part。Okay, the first part we call the initial name， 名字的前面呢 initial，or this is what we call prefix， 名字的前面 initial 也叫 prefix。Indicate the number of carbon atoms. So 名字的前面就是它的碳的数量来的。Like in your family， 大哥就是1了，2哥、3哥、4弟，对不对啊？前面就是1、2、3、4。当然我们没有叫他1哥啦。Okay, so the initial name, the prefix indicate the number of carbon atom， 就是它的碳的数量来的。Okay。And the ending, the suffix， 它的名字的后面 indicate the homologous series groups， 名字的后面就是他们的家族的名字来的。The name of the homologous series， 他们的家族名字来的。陈大哥、陈二哥、陈三哥这样子啦，明白吗 ？OK， but if you follow the Kami， 我们应该这样讲：二哥陈，三哥陈，因为前面是 number 嘛。后面才是他的家族名字嘛，对不对 ？OK， so the name of all Alkane member end with N's， 这整个家族他们的名字的后面呢都是 N，A-N-E， 都是 N 来的。Like Chinese， 我们的家族都放在前面了，陈、000、张，对不对 ？OK， 蔡、金，So all the name of the Alkane member end with N， 他们的名字后面都是 N，but don't worry， 很简单的 ，follow me，OK？ So prefix any prefix， 我们没有叫它1个、2个也不叫1N、2N 啊。So the number of carbon atom actually we're having the prefix to represent it. If the number of carbon atom is equal to 1, we call it as mass。我们已经固定好了的 mass represent 1就代表着1。2两粒碳，我们叫它 at， 不是叫它 1N、2N 呢没有，我们叫 methane。3 we call block。4 carbon atom boot。5 carbon atoms， OK， 5 carbon atoms pens， 5啦 ，pentagon 的那个5啦。6 hexagon 呢 ，OK， 7 hept。8 will be out， like mathematics 啦，后面像 mathematics， 前面的就好像没有听过。And 9 non， 9就是 non， then it will be dex， Okay, so these are the prefix to represent the number of carbon atoms. So 名字的前面就是这10个字了。Oh, don't worry, our syllabus we just taught until 10 only. 我们只讲到10罢了。11 I don't know. Until today don't know. And why is it 11? I don't know. You never check? Yes, I never check. 明白吗？ So 名字的前面 prefix represent the number of carbon atom. Okay, so how to call their name? 怎样称呼名字呢？来啊。 The naming of alkane can be done if the molecular formula of the alkane is known. So when somebody give you their IC number, give you their molecular formula, you should able to call their name 呢。当有人给你看那个 IC number, molecular formula 的时候，从他的 IC number, molecular formula, you know the family, 你就知道他的家庭、家族。And at the same time, you can call the name. 同时间你也应该能称呼，明白吗？ So the first step, 第一个步骤。 Molecular formula, they give you C3H6. CnH2n plus 2, 它就是 alkane 的家族，对不对？ So step number 1, determine the number of carbon atom. 碳有多少粒？3粒碳，对不对？3粒碳名字前面叫什么？ So the initial name, the prefix prop, 3粒碳就称为 prop. And for the alkane family, how you know the alkane? The general formula 啦 the molecular formula, 它的 formula. 让你知道它是 alkane 嘛 So this is CnH2n plus 2 的 alkane family， 它的名字的后面就是 n 啊 So we call it as propane 啊 Propane 不叫 propane 啊，我们叫它 propane 3粒碳的 alkane 啊，明白吗 ？propane difficult? Not at all， 完全没有。Next, so example number 1， 继续 example number 1。Okay, where are you？ 你在哪里呢 ？Okay, you are actually page number 8啊，第8面。Okay, name the alkane with the molecular formula C2H6 and C5H12， 请称呼一下。Okay, C2H6 看到 molecular formula， 先知道它的homologous series。CnH2n plus 2， 对不对？2粒碳。2粒碳就叫 X。So initial name X。And the family, the homologous series 是 N， alkane 就是 N， 对不对 ？So ethane 啊，它的名字叫 ethane。So C2H6 就是 ethane。OK， can copy。C5H12 pentane 啊 ，C5 5粒碳叫 pens。alkane 的家族叫 N， 全家都叫 N， 对不对 ？So pentane， 全家都叫 N。你全家都姓陈，然后你一个人姓林啊，你要问一下啦，什么事情？全部都叫 N， 明白吗？ So pentane 5粒碳的 alkane。That's all. So turn back to your notes, page number 7. 转去你的第7面。Now you can give all the 10 members of the alkane homologous series their name， 给他们名字了。Okay, you write your own， 你自己写一下。page number 1， 第几面呢？所以不是第7面。第8面 ，sorry 啊。So initial names prefix 就是这10个 number。Ending name 家族的名字。So check the name， check 看它的名字怎样。Methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, decane。对吗 ？So 看到 general formula， 看到 molecular formula， 就想到它的家族的 general formula， 变成它的家族 alkane。And call the name Nomenclature of the homologous series， 称呼一下它们的名字。Okay, this is what happens. Next， 再来。Structure formula of the straight chain alkane. Structure formula of the straight chain alkane. 什么东西来的呢 ？Structure formula of the straight chain alkanes. 来 ，Structure formula of the straight chain alkane. Highlight this word. Structure formula. Highlight 一下 Structure formula. 它不是 chemical formula， 也不是 molecular formula， 它叫 structure formula. Of the straight chain alkane can be drawn.If the molecular formula of the alkane is known， 什么意思 ？If somebody give you the molecular formula， 如果有人 给你那个化合物的 molecular formula. By example, C3H6. 我们的 molecular formula 你就想到它的家族，对不对？因为它的家族有一种 general formula。想到家族会称呼这个叫 propane， 对不对？会称呼过后呢，请你把它画出来。你起码认得它的脸，对不对？所以请把这个 molecule 画出来。So structure formula it means 画画。我看过学生在这个 structure formula photo 旁边写华语，他写画画。So structure formula 就是画画 ，molecular formula 就是它的 chemical formula 啦，明白吗 ？So how to draw？ 怎样把这个 propane 画出来呢 ？molecular formula 你会写，名字你会称呼，怎样把它画出来呢 ？So follow the step 啦，第8面跟着我来。Step number 1。Draw all the carbon atom in a straight lines， 把它的碳呢全部画成一条线。So 3 carbon atom 画3粒碳 ，straight chains。And now still remember hydrocarbon， 对不对 ？Alkane is a saturated hydrocarbons. So between the carbon atom, they just can having single covalent bonds. So draw the single covalent bond to connect all the carbon atom. 每一粒碳之间呢，只可以有 single covalent bond。You know why？ 因为 alkane 就是饱和的，对不对 ？hydrocarbon， 所以只有 single covalent bond。如果有 double 就不饱和了，就不叫 alkane 了，是不是 ？Next， 下一个步骤做什么 ？Draw the additional single covalent bonds on each carbon atom. And make sure each carbon atom has 4 single covalent bonds. So carbon to become stable. 它一定要跟别人 share electron, share electron, share electron, and it must share 4 electron to make it become octet， 对不对？所以每一粒碳的旁边都要有4个 single covalent bond， 4个 single covalent bond， 给它们变成 stable。1、2、3、4， 1、2、3、4， 1、2、3、4，明白吗？全部都必须有4个 single covalent bonds。hydrocarbon， 你知道什么叫 hydrocarbon 吗？Hydrocarbon mean the carbon just can join together, bind together with the hydrogens. So 它要跟人 share electron， 跟谁 share？ 跟谁结合呢 ？hydrogen 啊。So write the hydrogen atom， 把那个 hydrogen atom 写在旁边啊，画在旁边。So 1、2、3、4， 1、2、3、4， 1、2、3、4。So 这个就是 propane 3粒碳的 alkane 饱和，只有 single covalent bond 的 alkane。So 看到人家的 IC number， 想到家族，想到家族请称呼，称呼过后请画脸，对不对？请把它画出来。So now page number 9 is the time for you to practice 啊，就是你练习的时候了。Okay， so draw methane, ethane, propane， 把这些 alkane 呢画出来。remember tomorrow exam tonight you read 啊，你拿来读的时候呢，methane, ethane。But remember tomorrow when ask you to draw， 教你画的时候画不出的，奇怪。Unless you draw it now， 你一直画，画快，再 practice 画到你熟。Alkane is still very simple， 过后会陆陆续续 alkene、alkyne、alcohol、carboxylic acid、ester， 哇，那时候你就知道糟糕了。So 要就现在开始 draw slowly and check your answer after this. Okay, pause the video 停一下。Pause your video and draw slowly. Okay, I assume you finish your drawing, so check your drawings. Okay, check your structure formula 啦，也是有分的啊。其实这个画画也是1、2分的。So Alkane CH4 最小型的啦，最简单的 CH4。C2H6, C3H8. Check your answer.Others I draw for you, some of them I draw for you, otherwise you have to spend a lot of time， 要花很多时间，对不对？不要管，不用紧。OK， C6H， OK， C6H14， 对不对 ？CnH2n plus 2， 就饱和的 alkane 来的。The last one， check the last one， C10H22， 很大型的分子了，对不对？比较大型了。OK，very good。Okay, see you. These are the basic only 啦，暂时这就是 alkane 的 basic. You know the general formula， 你认得它。 You can call their name， 你能讲名字。You even can draw their face， 你能画他的脸，对不对？ So 这个就是 Alkane 的家庭成员。But any characteristic of this homologous series， 这一家的人，他们有什么特征呢？哈哈 ，Continue in the next video， 拜拜，下个 video 再见，拜拜。